I am François. Uh, well, we were working with. I'm working with Jonathan since long time friends from secondary school. Where we're teenagers. We were
High school.
friends uh, when we were teenagers. Yeah, high school. Yeah, that's it. Um,
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
and I do mostly the creative stuff, visual, music, thinking a lot about the story.
Mhm.
Uh, Before making games, I was doing a lot of creative stuff all the time.
Pre-dev.
Video, music. What?
What did you say? What were you doing all the time?
Creative stuff.
Oh, creative stuff. Okay.
So
Hmm.
uh, visual,
Mhm.
music, or
Hmm.
whatever.
Oh, so multi. So, wow, music, visuals. So that's graphics. Did you do like drawings and stuff as well?
When I was younger, yes, but now not very often. A little, but not very often.
Okay, alright, thank you. 今の自己紹介したのはフランシスさんでございます。フランシスさんはですね、どうやら2人で、このもう一人ジョナサンさんなんですけども、ハイスクールで高校の頃から、もうティーンの頃からのお友達だそうです。いいですね、長い付き合いがあって。でいろんな、ゲーム開発する前はいろんなクリエイティブなことをやってたそうなんですね。音楽もやったり、絵も描いてたり、まあ、グラフィックもやったりとか、もういろいろやってるそうなんですね。はい。OK、ジョナサン。
Yeah, I'm Jonathan. I'm the technical guy of the studio. I'm more of a programmer. I handle all the technical stuff and the company side. I work with François closely on the story also and the game design elements. But François is the director of this part, might I say? So he's very like the jack of all trade of our studio. He does a bit of everything. So
Because he can, right?
yeah, yeah, you can.
We
I'm
have
more
to.
of the yeah. I do some small elements here and there, like some UIs and everything like that. But he's really the good one of our studio in that element.
Okay.
Uh, and I'm sending you flowers, so take them. Uh,
Okay, で、今のが、
and
ですもん、OK?
yeah. So yeah, my introduction is very simple. François said most of what we had to know about ourselves. We started the studio like a very long time ago, but we were doing like a master's degree at first. I was helping François in his master's degree with our first prototype, might I say, and then it kind of evolved on itself, and the studio created itself. Like in the meantime, we were working, and it was just like the logical thing to do to create a studio. So we started and created our first game, the Repairing Mantis, and then we're here with the Hungry Fly. So yeah,
Oh, right. So the two magnets just got together and then like together.
yeah.
ナイスナイス。今のがジョナサンさんでございます。で、彼はテクニカルの技術的な方面をやっているそうで、いらっしゃいませ。で、プログラマーであり、たまに UI とかもちょっとやったりしてるそうです。でも、フランシスさんの方が、まあ、ディレクターみたいなことをやってはいるそうなんですね。だから判断とかね、そこ、まあ、もちろん2人話すけども、判断とか結構向こうの方でやってくれると。で、どうやらですね、スタジオ、こちらの、エラプティングアボカードですね。もともと、マスターズの方ですね、大学の卒論みたいな取ろうとしてる時にお手伝いをしてたそうなんです。Jonathan was helping Francis with the master's degree.
I was helping François with the technical side because he was doing a master's degree in creation in master degree. I'm gonna let you introduce it. You know it better than me, François.
It's in communication, so the subject was but it's a research creation, which is not very known concept. You have master degree where you do a research, and you know it's a research.
Yeah.
It's very clear, and others where it's a creation when you're in art. But it is really both. Like you research on a subject and you create something to learn more, and they complete each other. The creation and the research, and the subject was to how to create interactive experience to make experience the player a double bind. A double bind is a communication phenomenon which was initially used to explain a cause of schizophrenia.
Okay.
So it wasn't meant to be medical, or it really was just this communication phenomenon. Can we get inspiration from it and make something interesting out of it creatively?
Okay, I want to double check with you. So you were doing a research on the main topic was double binding, and is that through gaming?
Yeah, to make a game with making the player live a double bind. Yeah.
なるほど。
Yeah.
Okay, let me
So
translate
we
that.
were trying. Oh yeah, you can go for it.
Thank you. 修士号、そう、それが全然出てこなかった。をやってたので、リサーチするときに、2人が、やってた、議題というか、お題っていうのが、精神医学で二重拘束。2つの選択肢のうちどちらかを選択しなければならないが、どちらを選んでも悪い結果になる状況。これダブルバインドと言います。でそのダブルバインドをゲームを通してプレイヤーに、プレイさせるというか、というのをリサーチしていたそうなんです。もともとその医学的なことは別に考えてはいなかったんですけども、なんかそっち方面に行っちゃったとのことなんですね。で、今、ジョナサンさんがね、ジョナサン、you're gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna add a little example to understand a bit better what a double bind is. It's like if you have a sign on the road that says something, and you read the sign, and the sign says don't read the sign. Like you're wrong in both cases. If you don't read the sign, you're wrong because you don't follow the rules, and if you read it, you're not following the rules. So whatever you do, you're in the wrong. So that's a bit of how the double bind worked. For first, it was used at least for to explain some of the thinking of schizophrenic people, and so yeah, we tried to create a game with that feeling inside, and that's where all of our other games are coming from. Also, as you probably can tell while playing the game, and you're not very a happy little fly that goes in search of everything. So yeah.
どうやらですね、sorry、統合失調症言えない統合失調症の、なんていうのその症状の人たちにも使えるというか、そういうのをリサーチしていたそうなんですね。And sorry, you're going to say?
No, I'm okay.
Francis was going to say something.
I don't remember.
Okay, I do have a question though. So, did you want to like help people with schizophrenic, or did you want for them to understand, for people to understand a person who has schizophrenic?
It really was not meant to be a medical thing. It really was just a creative thing. Like, can we create something creative, interesting, when taking inspiration from this very from this thesis.
A thesis, yeah, thesis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was. So the goal was to make a creative, something creative, interesting, and expressive, but not. It wasn't meant to treat or someone.
Yeah.
And it's also an old theory about schizophrenia. Now we know that it's not a good way of representing it, but we thought like the idea of it was interesting.
So what came first, though? So did the double bind come first? Did schizophrenia come first, or did a different idea come first?
Do
you remember?
Pretty chaotic process of ideas, but usually when create, it's very very vague idea, and I just create some stuff. I don't understand myself what I'm doing. I just I puke something, and I try to understand what did I puke. What is it? And I check, I watch, and and from there I think, and it's a back and forth process of thinking, creating. But usually, the starting point, after I have a very very vague idea, I start creating something. So I don't remember the exact first prototype we did, but I'm pretty sure it was creating something.
So I guess creating in itself is a double bind.
Kind of.
Whatever
I
you
could say.
whatever you create is always puke, right? No, sorry.
That's a good way to think about it. I like your way of seeing it.
No, which is the better puke, right?
Yeah, the better part.
Yeah,
And how can I make this puke better?
Yes, exactly. で、今、フランシスさん、ちょっと話なんですけど、ですね、話なんですけど、自分、まず今さっき聞いたのが、最初のアイディアなんですかと。やっぱり今、統合失調症の話だったり、ダブルバインドの話とかね、なったりで、リサーチで、やっぱりいろいろ調べていったところ、まあ、それが一つになったっていうのがある。で、カウンセリングのためではない。元クリエイティブの何かを想像したいから、こうなったっていうの結果としてあるんですよ。なので最初は何ですかって聞いたところ、いやちょっと覚えてないんですよねと。自分のアーティストとしてもクリエイターとしての考え方っていうのが、まず何かを吐くと、いわゆるゲロですね。何かをまず吐く。でその吐いたものを確認して、これってどうなんだろうな、こっちかなこうかなっていうので、これだからあれよ、結構やっぱりクリエイターちょっと辛い思いをしながらちゃんといろいろ作っていくっていう感じになるのかな。And so that thesis, did it go okay?
What do you mean, the grade, or?
Yeah, not the did you like it in the end?
Yes, I really like this back and forth process of thinking. We're still doing this kind of stuff when we create games now. We start researching on any subject that could have a link with what we're creating. And yes, I really liked it.
で結構卒論めっちゃ良かったと、結果として満足。やっぱり何かを作るときに道中いろいろ調べてはいくが、やっぱり結果としてちゃんと作品というか、卒論として成り立ったのはすごい良かったっていうことなんですよね。I want to ask a little bit about before you two met. What were you doing?
That's been a long time.
Do you remember anything? Were you gamers?
Yeah, we kind of were. I feel like I was a bit of more of a gamer than François. François did play a lot on PlayStation at the time. It was mostly PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 at the time, and a bit of PSP also, yeah. And I was mostly a Nintendo fan at the time.
Wait,
and,
how did you two meet and not fight?
Oh, it was all harmony. Like in the time when you found someone who played games, you became friend with him. Like
yeah, it was still
there was just not a lot of people playing, so
yeah, okay, it's
yeah.
nice times. I would like.
I was the best. I was the best one around.
Oh, what do you mean? What were you playing? What games were you playing? You best around, you said.
He was the best gamer around, but like not in a competitive fashion.
Wait, what
In the
games?
sense that
What games were you playing?
As Jonathan said, I was on PlayStation
Yes.
1. And wasn't a lot of Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot action game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Later on, did I play something else?
Crash Bandicoot めっちゃハマってる
Yeah, you played like Patapon a lot. You played yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
You played some Loco Roco.
Loco Roco?
Yeah, Loco Roco.
Yeah,
Loco
Roco. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, the small bubbles that.
Yeah.
Puzzle Bobble kana maybe. How about how about Jonathan? How about you? What you Nintendo?
I played a lot of games. My favorite series at the time was most certainly Zelda.
ゼルダか。
Yeah, Zelda no Densetsu is always a very good game. And I played mostly a lot of games. I played JRPG a lot. I played. I'm checking there because my library is there.
You're a physical guy.
I was. Yeah, I'm a physical guy.
おお、
I was playing.
ちゃんと買う人だ。パッケージ版の人だ。
Yeah. I'm checking out the boxes.
今、後ろで確認してるんだって、今。
So yeah, I played a lot of Donkey Kong Country also on
Donkey Kong,
SNES. Yeah,
Okay, big
Donkey
question.
Kong 64.
Sorry. I have to ask a big question. Which Zelda do you like the best?
That's a hard question. It changes every time. I feel like my answer is controversial, but Wind Waker is one of my favorite.
風のタクトかな I think.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's really popular over here, I think. I'm not a Nintendo guy, so I haven't played Zelda much. Only like the
No.
SNES one. I really enjoy that.
Oh yeah, Link to the Past is my second favorite
Yeah, that's
one.
really good. Oh, someone has Loco Loco at their home as well.
Yeah, that's a good game.
All right, okay. So you're gamers, and then when did you both of you get into like game development? I guess. Do you remember?
Mostly during the research creation of François. Yeah.
Wait, so did you?
I was doing my bachelor degree in computer science, and François started his research creation. We were friends, so we mostly talked as friends. And then he was saying like, "Oh, I need to be able to do the programming side and the technical side of things." And I said like, "Oh, I can help you. I like games. I like creating stuff. So let's do it." And it just came out like that.
今聞いたのが、まあ今過去のねゲームいろいろ聞いたけどいろんなゲーム出てきたよね。でゲーム開発者としてはそのどういうふうに始まったのって聞いたらやっぱりその大学の方でそのリサーチしてる最中にゲームとしてやるんだったらこれ学ばないとねあれ学ばないとねっていうのでお互いが勝手にそのいろんな技術を学び始めてうまく合致したっていうことらしい。So you said, France is the creative guy and Jonathan is the technical guy. So was that natural that you parted those ways?
Mostly, I feel I like doing creative stuff, but I'm better at technical stuff.
And Francis?
We both want to touch every aspect of the game in a certain way. Like I have my way of seeing programming, he has his way of seeing the creative part. So in a sense, it's a good thing because we're interested in what the other person is working on. And yeah,
interesting.
so it was pretty natural.
結構やっぱり片方がねクリエイティブでディレクター的なものをやるでもう片方はテクニカルのプログラマー的なものをやるそれで自然とどうやらなったらしいでもすごくいいことであるとなぜかというとやっぱりお互いがその目線が違うからっていうのがあるそうなんですよねでしかも自然とそうなったっていうことはやっぱりなんて言えばいいんだろうな、自然とそうなったっていいことだっていうそういいバランスになったっていうこと特に、ジョナサンさんは例えばクリエイティブなもの好きだけど、テクニカルの方が上手にできるしっていうでしかもそのバランスがいいから多分お互いずっと刺激合ってるような気がするんだよね。Alright, thank you. So that was a bit of the past. Now, I want to sneak in the Hungry Fly game in here. Let's play it. Okay,
the new baby.
Hold on. Let me get game. Where's the game? There you go. Auto detect.
So we don't say anything, we just play? That's perfect.
Yes. Okay, hold on. There you go. Game auto detect. Boom. Haha! ちなみに、hold on. Just showing you. Oops. Boop. この後ろ。これ。What's again? The Rapturing Mantis, was it? What's the name again?
The Repairing Mantis.
Repairing
Mantis.
そう、この Repairing Mantis というゲームもあります。They have this game too. Okay? さあ、ということで、Hungry Fly、日本語版、the Japanese version, I'm going to play a bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. まず、最初に見えるね、このおどろおどろしさよ。This, the sound, ね、あと見た目、the graphics, the visuals, so weird. ということで、ニューゲームいきたいと思います。保存データ上書きスタジオから始めます。はい、yes. で、日本語もあります。It's translated into Japanese. Why?
Yeah, by translator Miss Bean. I really like Japanese language. I'm studying it a bit. I like Japanese culture. So for us, it was something that was making sense to translate it. I feel like there's a lot of I feel like Japanese culture is a bit more open to weird stuff like we do. So it was just making sense for us to translate it and share our creation that way. We partnered with another creator, which is Miss Bean, that offered to translate the demo, and then we have a contract with her to translate the whole game. So it was very nice process also. So yeah.
なんで日本語にしたんですかって言うと、日本に興味があるし、You came to Japan, right?
Yeah.
日本に
Not me,
Oh.
Jonathan.
じゃあ、
Yeah.
yes. ジョナサンさんは、日本に来たことあるし、で日本に興味もずっとあると。で、日本という、いらっしゃい。日本という国は、この我々が作ってる、その変なものに、もうよりちょっと許容範囲がちょっと広いというか、な気がするからちょっと好きっていうのもあるそうなんです。でなので、まあ、それは全然その通りだなと。日本には確かにそういう素養がいっぱいありますよっていうのは僕はものすごくわかります。間違ってはいない。Yeah, they say, yeah, you're not wrong. That Japan is open, you know, to a bit more weird stuff. So, まあ、可能性 yeah, oh well, let's see what it is kind of thing is what they like. Yeah. Okay, 警告このゲームは未成年を最初に含まれていません。暴力、地位、流血などが含まれます。自傷行為、苦悩、恐怖症。はい、でクリックで続ける。Hold on, I'm just gonna crank up the volume. 音がね、I really like the sound design in this. I mean, the sound design as in when you click the menu and when you move and when you hear, everything is really well done, I think.
Thanks for that.
ゲーム用意本作そう。Okay, I'm okay with this.
That's all thanks to François. François did all the sound design in the game. So yeah.
Nice. And I like the opening. 見てみこれ。Look at that.
It's not a last minute thing. Oh no.
Yeah, that
That's
came
not-
very late in
Really?
development.
これギリギリで作ったんだって、これ。このシ
Looks
ーン。
very fun.
Wait, what? So you felt that you needed an opening?
Uh,
Who was that?
I thought it could be nice in a trailer, but it never ended up in a trailer. But I thought it looks very cool. It would really fit at the beginning of the game. So I worked. Well, it was the end of the dev, so we're working a lot of hours, but I sprinted.
Yeah, someone's saying that's also the Japanese spirit there. Everything, yeah, the last minute thing. どうやら、本当はトレーラーね、動画に入れたらかっこいいだろうなと思ってシーンを入れたんだけど、結局トレーラーに間に合わなかったそうなんです。でも作ってみたら結構いい感じに見えるからいいよねっていう。Do you want to ask, like, here it says 昔々お腹を空かせた一匹のハエがいました。This is a opening of a book, a storybook. Did you have this in mind from the start that you wanted to narrate the game in a storybook style? Who was that?
Yeah, it was the narration part and everything. It was from very early in the prototypes. What was last minute was just the render video at the beginning, but the pages effect and all that years ago it was there in our mind and in the game also.
Because that opening is fitting.
That's why like the all this the children's story was right there from the beginning, but the just the opening with the book.
Wow.
Um,
The pages were there, but the
can
book
really
wasn't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
poetic. どうやらね、これ、
Wow.
この文章とか、これページね、をめくってるような感覚になるんだよね。で、交換とかもそうなのさ。でも、あのオープニングの本は本当なかったらしい。でも、あのオープニングの本さ、めっちゃマッチしてるよね、ゲームにね。すごくいい感じにマッチしてると思うから、本当ちょうどいいとは思うんだよね。でも、ギリギリになっちゃったっていうことだそうです。OK, gonna continue a bit. その上には理由がありました。ある目的を果たすために、このブオブオブオっていうのがすごくいいんだよ。誰かが死骸を見つける前に食べてしまわなければなりません。鋭く生えた歯が並ぶ大きな口に体をこすりつけたハエ。食事を求めて飛び立ちました。WSD 動く。これ That sounded Yes
the tippy sound of the little paws and
Yes
legs.
And that wop wop what sound. Okay, who did the sound design?
François did.
It's me. Sorry, I forgot the camera wasn't on. I was raising my hand.
今カメラがついてないのを忘れてて手挙げたって。Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
So yes.
Yeah, okay. So did you like create the sound or did you like just use assets and whatnot?
I wish I could have the time to record everything.
Yeah.
Before when I learned to do sound design, I was doing that, but now I use very old recordings, or I use assets. If I record, it's really because I need something very specific.
So how did you go ahead?
Every time you use assets, though, you modify the crap out of it.
Yeah.
No. I've talked to enough indie developers. And I'm totally okay with assets. Okay, don't worry. The viewers here also they understand that, so don't worry.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You're gonna say something?
I will say it after. I will remember.
Okay. You can take a note.
Go on.
でサウンドデザインやっぱりいろんなアセットをこうね使ってるんだけども。ただね、やっぱりそのアセットで買った後、使った後にね、これ自分でこう調整とかもいろいろするからね、すごいでもいい感じのやつを見つけるっていうのも大変だし、ほんとぴったりマッチしてるんでね、そうざわっとする感じがね。Okay, you're gonna say?
Yeah, I build a sound bank of my own also, and sometimes I have I found some very old sounds for this game. The process of this game was to search for very old stuff and give it a new meaning and make it together, bring a lot of different memories and bring them together to make something. And so there are in a soundtrack voices of me in like when I was I don't know, probably 10 years old. It was on a tape cassette, and I digitalized it, and yeah.
どうやらね、サンドバッグその音をずっとストックしてるらしいんですよね。で、いろいろ漁ってたら、どうやら10歳ぐらいの頃のテープを見つけたらしくて、それをデジタル化して保管しているというぐらい音マニアではあるそうなんですね。いや、すごいね。Well, okay, I still want to talk one more thing about the sound. Again, that whoop whoop sound, the walking sound. I know a lot of people, a lot of indie developers, they don't have the money to create the resource money, there's time, everything, to create a music or, sound effects. But it's very also hard, and thank you all the asset creators, it's very hard to find a sound that fits the game or your idea. But I really feel that the sound in this game fits everything. It doesn't stand out as like misplaced. It's not misplaced. It's there. The eeriness is allowed. So was it difficult for you to find all this and modify it and fit it into the game? Francis, right?
Yeah, but if it was difficult to make it, it was to get the idea, but some sound effects were more difficult than others, but the general idea of having a sound signature wasn't so difficult. I have my process of that's how I want it to sound in general, and that's the general vibe I want. But sometimes one sound effects can be more difficult to do, especially the sound effects you hear very often. It's difficult to make it not annoying.
Yes, yeah, that's so correct. So no, because again, you don't necessarily have to modify everything. You know, some you do, some you don't. But again, everything's just fitting. So I was just the way
in general, go for it.
I guess the way you process is that you have your world in your head created. So that's why you know which sound fits your head. Is that right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of post processing that I apply to almost everything. Reverb, I think about okay, what's the reverb I like? What's the space? And that's all the sounds have this space. There's also some post processing that is very used very often. Sometimes very subtly. I was gonna spoil something, but on one sound in particular. Oh no, it's not a spoil. It's in the demo. The ringing, for example, the phone ringing has this weird
yes, it does.
tape effect. But this effect is on many other sounds too, just very subtly, just to make it sound coherent.
Yeah. The little distortion kind of weirdness is really nice, really nice. Thank you. そう、たまに自然の音をそう集めてる人いるいる。あれ、すごいありがたい。Now, okay, I think I'll just talk to him. Hello, どうも。A very
ナビさん。
ね、かわいい。話す気になってサラサラ。
I like the interrogation part of the kawaii.
Yeah, かわいいかな。Okay, here. 怪我してるの？はい、を尋ねました。ナビね。まさかこんなのただのかすり傷。どうしてそんなこと知りたいの？ナビに食べ物を見つけて欲しかった。はい。ナビって美味しそう。ナビ looks delicious。死骸を探してるんだ。君の具合が悪そうだけど、もうすぐ死ぬの。ここじゃ何も死ねない。とにかく大丈夫なの。小さな傷だから平気よ。ロリポップが鋭いから顔に当たった時に切り傷がついちゃうの。ごめん、助けられないよ。That is so weird. そして飛び去りました。One more. I just want to go a bit more. Then I want to talk about the graphics a bit. で、ここね、もうこうやって飛んでいって、ハエがね、こういるんですよ。なんだこれは、キノコかな岩かないやー、こっちは行けるかないけないね。じゃあ戻りますか。
You can go through the little patch there, yeah. Just to your right a bit. And to your left, yeah, just right there. It's like
I remember. Yes. Okay. ヨーヨーだ。あら、話す気なんてさらさらないのに虫をじっと見つめるハエ。見てみこれ、ほら。ヨーヨーがこうやってほら、ずーっと見てんの。うわ、地獄だね。This is hell. 怪我してるの？ハエは尋ねました。無言。芋虫はため息をつきます。ハエはもう一度尋ねました。怪我しているの？ジャイアーノールド。ジャンアーノルド。少しね。でも、こんなの平気だよ。遊びの邪魔をしないでくれる？うるさいって言ってるだろう。いや、食べ物見つけてよ、じゃん。死骸を探してるんだ。どこにあるか知ってる？さあね、ここで何も知れないから、君はずっと腹ペコのままだね。どうやら君はここで苦労しそうだね。でも楽な世界なんてないからさ。もういい？ヨーヨーと練習しないといけないから。 one more. いいってね。で、こう行くんですよ。ほら。追っかけてる俺がいるんじゃないの？動いてますね。It's moving. 植物です。There's a few questions here as well, but later. ここでは何も死なないから食べるものがないよ。はいは泣いた。ごめん泣いた。ここでは何も死なないから食べるものがないよ。はいは泣きました。哀れなはい。この世界で死んだものは見つからない。生き物は死なず肉体を変化させる。誰も予測できない奇妙な形で進化する。死骸のある場所を教えてあげるよ。さあ口の中に飛び込んで探しているものが見つかるはず。口の中に飛び込むんやで。もうこれ罠でしょ。It's a trap. It's a trap. But I'm going into the trap. すごいねこれ。もうなんなんこれ。ほんとこの植物。これそう食中感すごいよね。昔やっぱ映画に似てるの。映画のねモンスターにもちょっと似てるから後で聞きたいんだよね。これね最初見た時本当にねもう混乱しまくりよ俺。When I first saw this I was like so confused. Like I was in a weird world that I call hell and then I'm in another hell but in a modern real world. でしかもバスタイム10分前。10 minutes to bath time. That's also weird. And look at that. The first thing you see is this weird picture. Right? Then you go near it. You're like, what in the name is this? And then it shivers. もう何もうプルプルするんだよ。プルルルって。意味わからんよ。何これってなるじゃん。でプルプルいくやん。なんもなんないんだよね。なんもなんないの。止まった。そしたらこれほら。食べるって。
There's a pretty interesting story also with this. With this poster, like I don't know if you can see the little writing on the side.
Writing on.
Wait,
hold on.
Wait. That's a real painting François did when he was young, and he tried to sign his name.
Wait, sorry. How old are you, and were you okay?
I don't know the age because I didn't write it down on the painting, but I guess I hope I was young. I don't remember.
Okay, good. You don't remember. どうやらこれフランシスさんが書いたものらしいちっちゃい頃に。で今聞いたのがフランシスさんこれ何歳の頃書いたの？そしてその時あんた大丈夫だったのって質問したんですけど覚えてなかったそうです。でこれライティングこうあるでしょこれフランシスさんこれ本物の絵だそうです。でこれフランシスさんが名前を書こうとして何度も失敗してるの。これさどう見たってさホラーじゃん。This is like wow, because this is a perfect storm of a horror picture.
Yeah, it fits the vibe really well.
It does.
That's why we when we also found it was like, oh my god, it fits the game. We have to include it, and I was like, yeah, for sure.
でこれ見た時にこれゲーム絶対入れないといかんわっていう話になって入れたそうです。もうだって完璧じゃん。この世界にぴったりだよ。It's perfect for this. そうでそう分かる。This eye, right? This it's bleeding. It's crying blood.
Yeah. It's only dripping paint.
Yeah.
But yeah.
ほんとちょっとね垂れただけなんだけどっていうね。そう残しとくもんだね。Someone saying, yeah, it's good to like keep stuff.
For sure.
そうでこれ食べる
Great creative.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna eat this. でこれ食べるときに Now the thing is when I saw this, oh you can eat it. Okay. Then boom. And then it bleeds. そしたらね血を流すのよ食べるとき。そして音楽が変わるの。こうやってほら一部こうやって。And the music gets more intense. 曲がどんどんねひどくなっていくのよ。でしかもここで I love how you put the tutorial for this here.
That was hard. It might seem very easy, but we had a lot of difficulty teaching the player how to clean self.
Yeah, go ahead.
At first, we were like trying to teach it at the beginning of the game and things like that, and it's a mechanic that came at the middle of the development. So we already had like a tutorial and everything, and yeah, it took a bit of polishing to have like when you get 30, then the tutorial appears, and it's not very like mandatory to clean yourself, but
Sure.
most player does it. So
Yeah,
It's
because
nice to know it.
yeah, you're a fly. Fly supposed to do this. で、これ、どうやら開発のね、半ば頃に、これ、機能、この自分の体を洗う機能を入れたそうなんですよね。で、これをただプレイヤーに分かってもらうのはすごい難しかったと。最初の方でこの洗えるっていうのを教えたんだけど、みんなプレイヤーすぐ忘れちゃったり、分かんなかったりする。でも食べるときにこうやってね、ほら、返り血浴びるやん。返り血なんだよ、これ。This is blood of your victims。で、それで洗えるっていうね。で、こう食ってくれる。食べられそうな死骸を見つけました。食べ物に心を奪われたハエ、そしてふっと思いました。何を食べちゃったのかな。これは確かめに行かないと。この近くでもっと見つかるはず。So で、ここまでちょっとゲームプレイしとくんだけど、A few questions about visuals and graphics. Okay, I like the fish lens here. Alright? This fish lens style, like a very wide FOV. Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we were talking about puke some minutes ago. But more seriously, it was just a way to make you feel like a fly, but in a stylish way.
Yeah. It was
it's not a simulator, a fly simulator, very realistic. It's really just meant to. Yeah, it's very stylized.
Yeah, very nicely too.
Because seeing like a fly, like a real fly, would have given a lot more dizziness to players.
Yes, I want to talk about that as well later. この FOV ね、すごい魚眼レンズ風になってるっていうのも、これもいろんなアイデアの中の一つ。で、やっぱりハエと感じさせる、かつちょっとスタイリッシュな感じでやるのがやっぱり FOV を広くで魚眼レンズ風にやるっていうのが一番、理にかなっていた。多分比較的楽にこれはできたんじゃないかなと。This was like comparatively easier to do, I presume.
Yeah, it came very early. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the best thing, right? Easy but effective. Yeah.
The right amount was hard to.
Yeah, that's true.
To polish, but and it still gives some players a bit of dizziness. So we have an option in the menu, but the effect, the technical side of it is kind of easy to apply. Yeah.
Okay, so was this created with a like middleware game engine or?
Yeah, we're using Unity.
Yes.
So
Yes.
with the Hunted PS1 render pipeline, which helps us give the retro vibe of the game also.
Unity 使ってでパイプラインとなんだっけ、こういうビジュアルに特化したパイプラインっていうのがあって、それを活用して、このような、グラフィックにしたと。このビジュアルなんでこんなプレスって、I call this wait, what do I call this? New retro. I call this style. So why did you like settle with this style? PlayStation 1-ish.
First, we were not. First, we had to choose to make a horror game. It was not when we made our first game, The Repairing Mantis. It wasn't that clear it would be a horror, and then we were like, okay, but that's clearly a horror when we look at it from a
player's perspective.
Player's perspective, and not in our head. So we try to just make it very clear that it's a horror game, and we like the way that it works on your imagination, that you complete in your head, because the shapes are more simple, and you can be a little more crazy with lighting, colors, and everything. And I really like the other Hunted PS1 games. I discovered them, and I was like, it's not just a nostalgia, it's also new retro. It's as you say, it's making something very new with the old. And some people who work with this don't. It's not necessarily a nostalgia at all. In this game, it kind of is, but not always. And that's one thing I really like about the PS1 visuals.
ただ最初の方でやっぱりその、まずホラーゲームを作る。で、前回の今リンク貼ったね、The Repairing Mantis っていうゲームは、Hold on, I'm just gonna mute you guys because I haveはい、ただいま。OK。So this、こっちがリペアリングマンですね。OK。Drag the ground, continue. Once upon a time, you like storybooks?
Yeah. It's been with us since the first game, yeah.
こっちも昔々の話してるわ。Oh no! It went to the second screen! Second monitor.
That's a bug because of the old version of Unity, sorry.
Okay. で、これがマンティスのね、It has the old vibes as well, but yes, I do see it's a bit more 3D-ish. ね、やっぱりこういう感じでやってるね。You can also play. Oh, hello. It's a bit dull. The weather's nice. いい天気だね。I live in a beautiful forest. 僕は美しい森に住んでいる。I have everything I need. 必要なもの全部あると。I think I would like something more out of life, but I don't know what. もっとね、人生何かあるかもしれないけど何が欲しいか分かんないんだ。Do you ever feel like that too? 君もそんな風に思ったことある？喋れない。I know. That's a 顔文字だよ。はい。というね、なんかこれからこれを作って、Okay, so hold on. Let me go back to the Hungry Fly. So this is how you started off, but what did you feel that you wanted to improve or change again from this? I think that's
a lot of things, but this game was very we did a lot of not done games before, not released game before, which were too big, and this one we were like, okay, it's simple, short, we just release. So we cut corners on things, and with the Hungry Fly we wanted to not cut as much corners and make something a little more polished in different ways. Mostly on my part, the level design and the visuals, I wanted those both things to really improve.
Yeah. The best part of the Repairing Mantis is its story, but we, as our first commercial game, we weren't like really used to doing those kind of graphics. It was new graphics because the other games we worked on were pretty high polygons count, if I can say, high textures, and so we experimented a lot with this game also. So.
Wait, how many polygons, like for each like kind of texture? How many do you like cut?
From the other games, a lot. Like I mean, the in our other games there were also the caterpillars that we find in the Hungry Fly, and they had like what, millions of polygons.
It's because they were giant caterpillars that you could climb on, just like in Shadow of the Colossus. And they were very weird models.
I see. Yeah, so you also wanted to optimize a bit compared to the repairing mantis, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go. Thank you, mantis. I'll see you again. で、Hungry Fly に戻って、then back to the Hungry Fly。で、こっちで、だからマンティスの方からあれを作ったんですよ。でもそこから、まあ、ぶっちゃけ例えば、マンティスの方はですね、初の、まあ、じゃあフルリリースであると。ただ、ちゃんと作ってなかったなっていう本人たち言ってるんですよね。で、本当もうとりあえず作ってバッと出してみたっていう感じ。だからブラッシュアップもそこまでやってない。で、ちょっとサクッとしちゃったな。でもハングリーフライはちょっとがっつりとちゃんと作りたいなっていうことで、いろいろ、まずオプティマイズ最適化も頑張った。で、ビジュアルの方もね、全然違うね。より世界観が一つって感じがするね。マンティスの方はちょっとこう、the Mantis does feel like there's a 3D model there in a like a retro style world. So it does like, not everything matches, I guess. There's But this feels like really everything is like if you take a screenshot of this feels like a picture, right?
Yeah.
なので本当すべてがこうちゃんと揃ってるって感じはしますね。Okay.
François did work really hard on having like great how can I say this point of view in the game and textures and colors and lighting that really matched and whenever you look at it from every angle you can see something and there's an interesting like side to the image. He worked really hard on this.
I want to go a bit more about how you recreated the fly part. So I know, we are human beings, so we can't walk on walls. So how do you like process that? How did you imagine yourself becoming a fly? Is this Jonathan or?
It's both, I feel.
How did you start off? Like, did you? So the whole game itself, did it start from a fly, or was you thinking about a different playable character?
It was you. You were both, and in the first prototype, you were. We have a video, in fact, of that. Our very very first prototype. You were. Yeah, we can just show you.
Oh, okay. なんか動画見せてくれるって前のやつ。
We can send the video link if you.
Yes, please, on Discord.
Yeah, I've sent it in the chat.
This Discord channel is for all the developers I've interviewed, so nothing NDA related, please.
Okay.
No, it's our own stuff.
Yeah. So, there's one question. So, on the Mantis, why is the thumbnail the flying thingy? Is that related to the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are like the main characters other than yourself in the game.
And you thought it was cuter than a Mantis?
Yeah, and also we don't have a full model of the Mantis. We just have the arms.
なるほどね。こちらのマンティスの方、今リンク貼りますね。前作のマンティスの方はですね、サムネにこのムササビが使われている理由は、そのプレイヤブルね、自分のプレイヤーキャラクター以外で最もよく出るキャラクターではあるから。でもう一つの理由が、その主人公であるマンティスね、カマキリのフルモデルがないそうなんです。フルモデル存在しないから出せない。なので、あるフルモデルのあるキャラクターを出したとのことだそうです。Okay, where did you put the link?
Yeah, we put it in the channel of the discussion, but we can put it in general if you'd like.
Channel of the discussion. How do I see that? There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you. よし。よいしょ。Hold on, let's check. Boom. 取り込みます動画を Let's watch a video.
So everything from the Hungry Fly came from that first prototype.
おお、最初のプロトタイプだったよ。そう、釜だけしかない。
There's
Go ahead.
Is there? I don't know if you uploaded sound, but you can turn off the sound. There's no.
There's no
Yeah,
sound. Okay.
You will hear François and his girlfriend talking. So.
Okay, I'm muted.
Yeah.
Okay. でこう音はないそうです。これが最初の、Oh, a very shiny fly. プロトタイプのOK, so it is a prototype. これね、雲を操作するシーンもあるんですよね。there's a this is this is more like a modern 3D style, isn't it?
Yeah.
The movement.
Yeah. It was done very. I don't know.
I don't think
It was so
repairing
long
Mantis
ago.
was. Repairing Mantis wasn't really done at that time. I think you were just like doing this for a game jam or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was just for fun. I listened to a Rick and reference track, and the vibe of the music just gave me that idea of, hey, it would be cool if you were like a spider but eaten by its own flies. You eat some flies and then the uprise, the revenge against the spider.
What? Wait, okay, let me get that straight. So, okay, so you are also the spider, but and the spider eats a fly, and then as a fly, you also get the revenge, to get revenge onto the spider.
Yeah.
That was the initial idea of that prototype, but it really changed a lot, and eventually, well, it's the Hungry Fly.
Yeah.
That is so okay. どうやら元々ね、go ahead.
At first, at the end of the prototype, the fly would swarm the spider and then eat it. So,
もともとは雲がハエを食べて、でそのハエになってその雲となってハエを食べて、でさらにハエとなってその雲に復讐をする。で最後にはハエまみれの雲になるというのを考えていたそうなんです。That's pretty effed up. That's pretty crazy. すごい。Okay. なるほどね。ちなみに、質問とかしたら、見かけたら発見します。モデル省略一年賞インディーゲームよくあるのだろうか。多分あると思う。あると思うわ。いや、ごめん。やっぱりないかもしれないわ。ね、本当のグリムドアみたいだよね。Okay, and then, so that's how it started off. And then the fly part. So you went with the fly, and then you had to get the fly onto the walls. Was that difficult?
yeah. On the technical part,
Yeah.
kind of. Like there's still some people saying that it gives them a hard time with the controls and everything. But
Yeah.
at first, when we started, the controls were so bad that we even had to difficulty controlling it, and that's why you see like you can't walk on the ceiling. You
Yeah.
can't walk on everything more than, if I go on the technical part, like 90 degrees from your base position. So we had to first improve the programming and the character controller and everything, but we also had to design the environment so it would feel natural to walk on things. Like you probably can't see, but everything in this particular room is tilted a bit, so everything is like at a 99 or 97 degrees, so you can walk on it freely. We have some weird spot where we put some colliders so you can walk on it. So everything is very personalized so that this character controller with this environment works, but if you put it in another context, it's breaking apart. So, yeah.
Yeah, because everything is not 90 degrees. Like, this is supposed to be 90 degrees, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
どうやら、やっぱりこの操作、ハエとして、のキャラクターでいろんなとこ歩いたりね、飛んだりするよね、すごいキャラクター作るの大変じゃなかったんですかっていうのを聞いたところですね、大変な部分であったと。で、ただ、例えばですね、このように屋根じゃねえ、天井は歩けたりはしないですねと。90度、自分のキャラクターに対して90度のところは、歩けないと、張り付くことはできないと。でも、こうやってね、ペタッと貼り付けるよね。なぜかっていうと、この部屋の全てが数度ずらしてるらしいです。だからこの部屋のこの90度ね、この床に対して90度になっている部分は 90度に見えるけど実は違うんです。ちょっと数度ずれてると。なので、この部屋に関してはちょっと逐一調整をしてハエがきちんなんですよ、自由にどこでも貼り付けるように、飛べるように、作っていったっていうことなんですね。それでハエ感を出したそうです。And then the final result is a fly that can go anywhere and also eats everything. Are you happy with
Yeah.
this?
I'm yeah, you can go first also.
Yes. It's I really like the fact that it's very crazy ideas, and I'm always happy when I see a very crazy idea come to life, and when you can ask yourself like, where is this coming from, why was this created, and what's the intention behind this. I really like this kind of stuff in general, and yeah.
And as a programmer, I really like having like difficult problems to solve. And when we first thought of having a character go on everything, it was very like a new problem I hadn't solved before, and it was nice finding some solutions that worked for us in that kind of context, because there's a lot of games that go on everything on every part of a model or anything, but not a lot of that are first person, and it gave a lot of people some hard time to see and control it, and we found some solutions to alleviate the dizziness and the feeling of I don't know where I am. So it was really fun finding those solutions.
なるほどね。で、だからクリエイティブの方ではやっぱりそのちょっと不思議な変なもの、やっぱりこの不思議な世界観っていうのをきちんと表現できてっていうのですごい満足はしていると。で、テクニカルな部分でもやっぱりその主観、一人称視点で、どこにでも貼り付けるみたいな、っていうのはなかなか見当たらない、多くは見当たらないですね、確かにね。なのでそれを技術的な部分ではその新たな問題に直面するのが好き、難しい問題に直面するのが好きだから、一つのものをこなしてまた難しい新たな問題が出てきたらそれにタックルするのが好きだから、それを徐々にこなしていってこのようなゲームになったっていうのがすごい嬉しいとのことです。ありがとうございます。いらっしゃいませ。ちなみに今日はですね、エンディングとかについては話はしません。全体的な雰囲気と背景について話はします。エンディング自体はみんなプレイしてみてねっていうことなので。What was the most difficult thing like at the start of development? I guess technically maybe, Jonathan?
Uh,
Do you remember?
at first we did both the spider character and the fly character at the same time. They're using the same character controller, if I can say something like that. And that was pretty hard, developing like a character controller that would fit both types of movement. So that was pretty hard. And I was using at the same time an event system that was maybe I'm going too deep in technical stuff, so
Wait,
don't
so
forget.
now are you talking about where you have to move the fly and the spider in the same screen, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like the way the spider moves
Yeah.
uses the same code as the fly when you're in first
What?
person. Yeah, so that was a weird thing to think about, and I wanted to have like every character in the game that was controlled by the same code. So I had to create like a system that was very versatile and complicated to use in a certain way. But once it worked very well, and it was easy to use. But yeah, it was a hard time developing that.
このゲームを開発で最初の方で一番難しかったこと何ですかって聞いたところですね、いろいろあるんですけども、どうやらこのハエと雲を同時にねこう移動させるシーンっていうのが、あるんですけども、さっきの動画でも見せましたよね。ああいう風に、動かすんですけど、一つの画面でとかではなく、ハエの動かすプログラミングコーディングねと雲を動かすコーディング同じだそうです。だから同じ動きをするキャラクターたちを別なシーンで見せてるんですよ、あれって。So wait, so correct me if I'm wrong. So you are showing a character that moves the same way but from a different perspective. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I have some options that I can activate or deactivate, so the spider can't fly and obviously and things like that. But with a push of a button, I can make it fly and behave like the fly. So
That's interesting. Do you think you can use it in another game ever?
probably,
Yeah.
there's a lot of customization that we're able to do. At first, the spider was being controlled as a tank, like it moved on itself, and the first demos have this kind of control, and we updated them later because people found it was hard to control. So I could probably use them in another context. But I feel like we're gonna use something new or
Yeah,
weird.
of course,
just,
right? Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like a lot of developers, they want to go to the next one.
Recycling
Yeah.
is too easy.
Yeah, I know, right? You always torture yourselves.
Yeah, I feel like we're masochist a bit. Yeah.
この、まあ、そのシステムって他のゲームで使えそうですかね。でも確かに、まあ、使えるっちゃ使えるだろうねと。まあ、コーディングそのまま言って、で、まあ、その違うゲームで応用可能ではあるが、やっぱ違うもの作りたいよねって。結構、インディーゲーム開発者、開発者は、M っていうのがあるんですよね。みんな新しいこと、難しいことをもっとやりたいんだっていうのがね、根本的にあるんですよね。How about what was the most fun thing during development? Do you remember anything?
One thing, maybe you have something, François.
It doesn't have to be
Well,
like. Go ahead. Sorry.
It was really seeing things come to life was really some of the crazy ideas in the repair mantis too. That's one of the things I like control a creature. You're a human in real life, so controlling something else, doing things that are totally impossible, crazy, surreal. Every time we make something work and integrate the visuals with that and seeing things come to life, it's always very fun to play with it.
楽しいことはやっぱり
When go for it.
楽しいことはやっぱりその開発をしていて、で自分が作ったものがそのまあ命を吹き込まれるのを見るっていうのがすごい好き。やっぱりそのいろんなものをね作っててね、あこれいいな、あこれがやっぱりちゃんと動くようになったわ、それが好きだそうですね。Okay, you gonna say?
Yeah, I wanted to say we did a lot of testing in this game and released 2 demos and seeing how people reacted at first was really nice because when we're in our home and creating this on our side, we never know how people will react to it or how people will interact with the elements in the environment and everything like that, and seeing people being baffled and like, what is going on? I want to learn more about the story, and when testing, the story isn't all fleshed out. So seeing these reactions really made me want to create the whole experience and have them experience something truly special. So yeah.
Special and different.
Yeah.
Well, special is different, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. 嬉しかったのはやっぱりその自分のゲームをプレテストでやったりとか、do you like also watch sometimes people play streaming and videos?
Yeah. And that's very hard to do at the same time because whenever you see someone play, you're always worried that they're gonna find a bug that you don't know about, or that they're not gonna be receptive to the story. So you always want to like write in the chat like, oh, this is like this part of the game, and that you want to explain some things so they feel comfortable playing. But at the same time, it's when you're playing, it's nice to don't have it's nice to have like a first experience on yourself by yourself. So I'm really like hitting myself not to write anything and just enjoy the experience that the person is having. But it's very fun to see this, and I really like seeing people take the game not take the game for themselves, but like making the game feel personal for themselves. So like we have our own way of thinking about the game, but seeing how people think differently about it is very nice to see, and always what makes me the most happy seeing. Yeah.
やっぱりその、まあ、人がプレイするのを見てその反応する見てるのがすごい楽しいっていうのはあると。でやっぱり配信とか実況、っていうのも見には行くと。ただその時にちょっとねバグが発見されたりするの不安になるっていう。だからねうわちょっと怖いなって思いつつも見ると。であともう一つがそのこのゲーム本当不思議な変なゲームだからその最初のその反応とか、ネタバレしたくないからコメントをしないようにってすごい我慢するっていうのがある。でそこはでもやっぱり人が見てその反応する。あとそのこのストーリーをプレイして何かをこう感じ取る共感してくれるっていうのをすごく、まあ、嬉しいというか感動する面の一つっていうことがあるそうですね。someone's asking, is there going to be a Japanese for the mantis?
There's nothing in the works for now.
Yeah.
It's something I would like to see. But as of now, there's nothing in the
Okay,
works.
okay.
So
But it is
sorry
something.
about that.
なので、そう今現状では何もやってないけども、日本語化されたら嬉しいなっていうのがあるそうです。今話したジョナサンさんは、日本のことが好きで日本にも来たことがあるし、日本に興味もあると。日本語もちょっと勉強しているそうです。はい。なので、ほら、今のほら、ね、日本語で自己紹介してもらっていいですか？
うん。
どうぞ。
3年前、日本語のクラスを使います。日本語を勉強しますけど、練習しませんけど、そう、私の日本語は上手じゃない。ゲームとアニメと見ます。ジョーリングをします。So, yeah, I'm doing a bit of work on this. I'm not very good, but I'm trying to be able to understand more than I can talk.
No, and you are going to get the Japanese 日本語上手。Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
The famous.
Yes, the famous.
日本語上手ですね。
Yes. But you are 上手。Yeah. Your pronunciation is very. It's like it's less more. What's not dialect? 訛りって英語でなんだっけ？You know, there's a not dialect. You know, when you speak another language, you have accent.
Yeah.
My brain. Yeah. It was the accent was more natural than I expected.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So next time you come to Japan, you said the anime. Sorry, just to squeeze in a question here. What anime do you like?
I like a lot of anime, but
name a few.
Some of my favorites are Steins Gate. I really like Steins Gate. Recently, I really like Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Mad did a really good animation on this anime. I also read the manga. So yeah, and for the fun of it, I'm watching Shikanoko no Ko.
Shikanoko no Ko.
Yeah.
The one that which really went viral for the first episode, and then I have Hey, how about Francis? How about you? Do you watch anime or movies or?
Yeah. I liked. I watched Ongaku animation movie this week.
What was that again? One more time.
Ongaku.
Anime.
Ongaku.
Yeah, like music. Yeah.
My pronunciation might be might not be as good as Jonathan.
No. Just I didn't know. Is it a movie? Ongaku.
Yes.
It's by Inyo. Is it?
No.
No?
It's the music animation movie.
これか音楽映画音楽。 日本のアニメーション映画、大橋博之へえ。はーい。これ誰かわかる？あ、そうそう、鹿の子コシャンタンね、普通に見てた。ちょっと見てしまったっていう感じ。これか。Okay, I think I found it. Hold on. Let me put the link on.
バンド
It's a little
やらない。
obscure.
いや、なんか今リンク貼ったけど、ウェブサイトのリンク貼ったけど、音楽YouTube 開きますのでご注意ください。で、Yeah, very obscure.
It's very good.
知らなかった。Okay, you're gonna say something else?
I really like it. I really like Inyo Asano in general. From the New World. I forgot the Japanese title.
これか。ニューワールド。Hold on. I think my anime expert is not here today. これか。たまニューエー。これかな？へえ。Alright, I'll ask when he comes back. ニッチだね。そう、知らない。ね、he's here, but he didn't know. Wow.
François is the master of underground stuff.
Wow. とってもアングラな。That is very good. へえ。Oh, someone's also saying, oh, you like Steins Gate. That's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's very nice. And I didn't watch the second season though. I have to watch it like soon. But yeah.
シーズン2まだ見てないけど、ちょっと見ないといけないなっていうことらしいです。Francis, anything else was there you wanted to mention?
In Japanese culture, there's also a lot. Takashi Miike, I love his movies.
三池武史だよね。たけし。
Yeah.
はあ。
What else? Obscure stuff, other obscure music. The Hatch, a very crazy band. The Hatch is very good music from Japan.
The Hatch. Wait. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wow. The Hatch っていうバンドがあるんだ。はあ。へえ。Thank you for teaching me. いや、学んだね。今日はいろんなことが学べる配信、J-mon 配信へようこそ。You can learn many things in my stream. Come along. Okay, thank you.
It's an educational stream.
Definitely. Thank you for that. Okay, we are pressing. There's a few things that I want to ask that I usually ask to developers. So the motivation part. A lot of indie developers that I talk to, they have a hard time keeping up motivation. How long was this game in development first? That's my first question.
It's been 3 years in development, but we were part-time some of those years. Not all of those years, but some of those were part-time. So in total, maybe like 2 years. Yeah, go for it.
で、このゲーム自体は3年ぐらい。ただ1年間はちょっとパートしながらサイトでやってたと。でも2年間をこのゲームでやったと。で、ここで動機をどうやってモチベーション保ったのか聞きたいんですよね。So how did you keep up motivation for 2 years? Because 2 years is a long time. There must have been ups and downs.
Sure.
Yes.
It really was. Well, we have multiple chapters which are pretty different one another, and one way is the Repair Mantis. We really try to stick to the initial concept of the initial idea of the game. So we were like, okay, stick to the plan, stick to the initial vision. But with this game, we were like, okay, it's gonna be a bit longer, so let's be open to to changes and not have always this pressure of stick to the initial vision, because the initial vision, when it's 3 years back, it's not as exciting as it is. So over time, it's interesting to bring new ideas and just bring your new vision of the game. So that's what we tried with this game, to bring new to let ourselves be influenced by new ideas during the development. So there's more emotions in this game. I think in the Hungry Fly than the Repair Mantis. The Repair Mantis was very focused on one dark theme, and the Hungry Fly is a bit more over the place around, and it's more abstract also because of that. And I think both way of creating are interesting in a way. But yeah, that was that is one way that we try to keep our motivation up.
Sorry, it sounds like that you had a lot of ideas, you looked for a lot of ideas, which was fun, and you kind of applied it to the game and then started cutting things. Is that right?
We're always on the we're always cutting thing and wanting to put more things in it.
Exactly. So that's why
it's hard to have a balance of where should I cut, what is the best version of this one mechanic I want to add, and how can I not overcomplicate things
I guess
while creating.
both of you like creating stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that's what. Yeah, that's a lot of developers won't be happy with that answer. それいい質問です。それあと15分後ぐらいに聞きます。それ最後の質問らへんに聞きます。未来のやつはありがとうございます。絶対聞く。今モチベーションの話したんだけど、まあいろんその開発ね2年間いろいろやるでしょ。でいろんな新しいものを探すのが好きって言ってるんですよね。だからこのゲームを作るにあたり、例えばマンティスの方はもう一つのダークなテーマだけ。でも、フライはいろんなテーマが入っている、組み込まれている。ただ、それはなんかこう、もやがかっているというか、フルで入っているわけじゃないと。どうやらですね、2人はものを作るのが好き、単純に。だからゲーム開発も全部が楽しいという、だからモチベーションが続いたという、とっても身も蓋もない、なんだとずるいぞっていう感じの答えだけど、おそらくですね彼らはいろんなものをいろんな情報をもう集めてそれが楽しいと。でそれをゲームに入れ込むと。でもそれだともう本当ブックのねもう本当ゲームだけどゲームじゃない風になるので、うまい具合にゲームに入れるようにだから探してきたアイデアをどんどん切るで薄くするっていうのを多分繰り返していったんじゃないかなっていうことですね。So your interest in game development, they aligned well. I guess they were on the same line. That's ね、そうこれからも楽しみ。So go ahead.
In general, Pasua is always coming up with an idea, and then we discuss it like for a long time. We were thinking about how it fits in the story in the grand scheme of our emotions and our feelings of the game, and then we try to integrate it, then find some problems with it, and then we rework it. We try to find the most pure version of the idea, and then integrate it in the game. And sometimes we create, even though we did all this, we did like 4 months on a system or on an idea, a precise idea, and then we scrap it because it's just not as good as we want. So yeah,
that takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, it's hard, but at the same time, I feel like the game is better this way. So
yeah, cutting is the most difficult. Cutting and finishing a game is the most difficult thing for indie developers, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
ね、やっぱりあれ何の人もやったっけwait, hold on, my brain freeze. wait, what did I ask you again?
About like I was saying that the how we process the our ideas and had ideas to the game and cut ideas.
Yes, it all came back. Oh my word, my brain. どうやらですね、やっぱり2人、そうもうモチベの話からそうで2人、さらに追加の情報で、基本的にフランシスさんがなんかアイデアを話した。でそしたら、なんか2人でね結構長い間それについて語るそうなんですね。で先ほど前も出たジョナサンさんはテクニカルな面で、難しいものに直面したらそれをこう、考えるのが好きっていうことなんで、そこがうまくバランスよく取れてたんじゃないかなっていうことなんですね。でもいろんなアイデアを入れていろいろ試す、いろんなアイデアを話して深く話して試すっていうのもよくやるそうです。でも一つのものは例えば一つのアイデアを入れようとしたんですね、ゲームに。でそのゲームにかかりきりで4ヶ月ぐらい だったそうなんです。でもその4ヶ月後にやっぱりこのアイデアダメだって言ってそのアイデアを投げちゃったっていう場合もあるそうなんですね。いろんな話に聞きますとやっぱり開発者にとって本当その削るっていうのがすごい大変なんですね。これ入れたいあれ入れたいっていうのがあるので、でもそれをやっぱりやったらこっちの方がこのゲームにとってはいいんじゃないかっていう風呂敷を広げすぎないっていうのが、まあ良かったですね。だからそういうふうに楽しんでゲーム開発をしていたそうですね。Thank you, thank you, thank you. Theme of the game. I'm going to change this question a little bit.
Perfect.
Okay. If you try to explain this game, not like explain like this is a game like this, can you explain this in like a sentence? If you pitch this to a player, do you think that is possible? Okay, I'll try first. I thought these questions I have no answer. このゲームを説明する一文やるんだったら何か、もちろんネタバレなしでね。Okay. 俺だと first I'm going to think in Japanese. ハエがいて傲慢なハエ違うな。ハエとなって I'm going to make it very simple. ハエとなっておどろおどろしい世界をおどろおどろしいハエになっておどろおどろしい生物と話しておどろおどろしいエンディングを迎えるこれひどいね。Okay, here we go. You become an eerie fly in an eerie world where you meet eerie characters and you do eerie things and you face an eerie ending. How's that?
Very good.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it.
Okay,
you embody a corpse-eating fly. Discover grotesque, story-rich world with different endings.
That's very good.
And do surreal stuff. Meet bugs.
No, that's too long.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay, sorry. You embody a fly.
That's strong. So ハエになる。ハエとなるか。That's very strong. That's good. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of games that put those a fly as a main character,
True.
but every time it does, it's kind of fun.
I play a lot of games. Let me check. I have
There's Mr.
Yeah.
Mosquito that is more like a mosquito, but kind of a fly.
The sexy mosquito one, are you talking about? The Japanese game?
Yeah.
今ハエとなるゲームって少ないよねって話して、虫はいるよね。蚊っていうゲームあったよねって覚えてるOkay, when I search for fly, I have 5,000 games on Steam. There's fly, no, that's wrong. Fly and destroy, no, that's to fly. Fly o'clock, no, there's nothing about flies. So
yeah, it's not common to.
True.
Yeah.
True. And okay, how about Jonathan? Do you have a sentence?
I would go in this kind of the same way as François. I would say like something like you embody a fly, go on a mission to devour weird stuff, or to devour weird stuff and meet grotesque characters.
Yeah, that's a very good marketing pitch, I think. Someone's asking, did you watch the movie Fly? The Fly. The old horror
did,
movie.
yes.
Yeah. Do you think? What? Okay. Sorry. Did you have any inspirations for any other media, games, movies, anime, for this game?
The initial, the old prototype we showed you earlier was inspired by a music from Rec and Reference, so it was just music. And
Okay. Rec and Reference.
Yeah, we can write it in.
Okay, found it.
Another obscure stuff.
一応最初のプロトタイプさっき白黒の雲と灰のやつあるでしょ。あれは Rec and Reference というバンドからのこれね。はい。
Rec with the W.
So.
I can.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, so which
Ah,
song?
okay.
Which song Everything?
Stranger filled this hole in me. Well, that's the title of the track. I remember it.
Stranger Fill This Hole in Me. Rec and Reference というバンドの Stranger Fill、知らぬ人よ、私の穴を埋めてくださいっていう。Okay, I'm gonna have a little snippet. Okay, I'm not monetizing anything, sir. Okay, I am monetized, but no money, sir. Here we go. Okay, ちょっとだけ、ちょっとスキップしながら。Okay, here we go. What in the name? That's the first second. Okay, いくよ、いくよ。This is like goth Radiohead. Wow! Industry, なんかいろいろ、it's industrial metal-ish? No. Can you categorize this?
It's difficult. I feel
Yeah.
it's
Hello.
Experimental electronic metal, I guess.
Wow. Okay. So this song was inspiration for the mock, the
Yeah.
prototype. さっき見せた雲とハエの白黒のやつはこの曲からインスパイアされたって。Well done, sir. Yes, and?
I remember initially we were talking about the movie The Fly.
Yes.
But no, the movie The Fly was not an inspiration. I watched it later after having the initial idea.
Oh. Do you think?
But
if there's any similarities, like post, not inspiration, but I mean, do you think that The Fly and anything in common? Do you think?
Yes, the general movies of Cronenberg have this the psychological with goreness.
True.
There's something similar in our game when there's gore, but the gore is meant to be psychological in a way.
Thank you for follow. ザ・フライね、クローネンベルグっていうその、ビジュアルエフェクト、ね、グロめっちゃゴアのやつねの監督なんだけど、なんかサイコロジカルゴアって今表現してたけど確かにねっていう。そうで、映画自体はこのゲームの話、このゲームのアイデアが出てから見たっていうことなんで、実はザ・フライは全然印象を受けてないっていうことなんですね。Psychologically disturbing, yes. Which is, I don't know. Sorry, this is another jumping thing. Like, I did do a bit of research for work about horror. One of the things was why people watch horror is because you can stop at any time. You have control over the fear that you face. Yeah. So I thought that was definitely interesting. But also, I myself hate jump scares. Like, I love, yes, they irritate me more. I am very jumpy. And I go. So, but I love, I love these eerie, weird, like liminal spaces. There's a good game called Pools. There's no monsters. Yeah, I love that one. There's no monsters, no nothing, just weird sound and quiet nothingness, and I just love it. And I feel that it's really, really scary. So why do you think people like these psychological, disturbing, eerie, weird stuff? Do you have an opinion on that?
I can go first, Maswen. You'll have probably your own version of it. But as for me, I feel like it makes you think more, and it, even if the experience is kind of short, as for example, the Hungry Fly is about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours if you're a bit you explore everything. But even though the experience is short, it lives with you for a long time, and it makes you see the world in a way you didn't know existed or something like that. So it gives you a bit of a a different view on what you're used to, and you can start thinking a bit differently and start thinking about new stuff that you didn't thought about before playing it or seeing it or hearing it. So yeah.
But that can happen with anything, right? You think about a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
But what do you think
But
is a little different with horror?
I feel like the different thing is the people. I think they're more open to experiencing things.
That's interesting. なるほどね。Alright, okay, this is a very technical one, so let me translate this. さっきサイコロジー・ディサービンというコメントがあったので、その精神的にこうなんかこう、いずいというかね、不思議な気持ちで、そう、ゲームの音楽も冒頭でやってます。これ、Twitch のやつ全部アーカイブに上げるんで、YouTube にも。最初から見れます。で、前調査したときに、ホラーで、みんながホラー見るのが好きな理由の一つにいつでも自分で止められるから恐怖を自分で止めることができるからっていうねその緊張と緩和を自分でできるっていうね、で、あなたたちで僕自身はジャンプスケア大嫌いでもそのおどろおどろしい感じのホラーは好きでなんで人はそうだと思いますかっていうのを聞いたところ今ジョナサンさんは、考えることになるからそれを経験した後にずっと残るとでだからそれを経験したことによってこれから見るものが全て変わるでじゃあホラーでもそれは他のことでも起こるよねでホラーは何が違うかなって聞いたところホラーを見る人はより多くのものにオープンであるからじゃないかって確かにねわざわざ怖いもの見に行くってアホやん、ね、でもだからちょっとよりオープンなんじゃないかなっていうことなんかな Since the broaden the scope of understanding experience so watching it has broadened your perspective or of something. Understanding, no, I feel. Understanding is like
Oh no,
yeah,
that's for
like
sure.
I really like what I think like about horror is that you don't understand. Yeah. Okay, how about Francis? Do you have anything?
Yeah, well, when you talked about horror, yes, you can stop at any time, like when you're feared of something. But when other games that are more eerie, often they try to evoke different emotions, not necessarily fear, but it can be disgust, shame, things like that, which well, it's just a different experience, but it's also a negative experience. Negative in the sense that it's not, oh, I'm happy about something, I'm disgust about something, but it's still interesting to experience those. You gain a new perspective on something when you experience that.
So like yeah, I understand like because horror you feel as you said you feel a lot of things and they are like mixed, right? Right? You see like if you see something gory, yes, you go ew, but also like some kind of what will happen if that happens to me kind of thing. And the feeling of unknown, right? Why is this happening kind of thing? Like let's go back to the fly. The fly is, a little experiment. And little mistake ended up someone melting. Right? It's like the ending of Robocop 1. Right? Like that. Liquefied. And it's like, yeah. やっぱりその、ホラーをプレイするときいろんな感情ねがあるよね。でやっぱりいろんな感情を感じさせてそれで考えることになるからっていうのを言ってるんですよ。だからそれがいいことであると。でホラーっていうのを見るときに恐怖だけじゃないじゃん。なんかうわ何これとかって変なわけわかんない感情が全部、混ざっちゃうっていうのがねやっぱあると思うんだよね。そこがやっぱりいいホラーのいい部分でもあるんじゃないかなっていうね。Through concepts of many visual experiences, horrors are reckoned the most choose us about our limits and the boundaries we must draw. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. And I prefer that, true. Like, some people say horror gaming, they create bad people, but no, they also teach you. This is bad. This is good. This is not nice. Sorry, not good or bad. This is nice. This is not nice. That's what they teach you.
Yeah, that's gonna make you feel not nice inside, and that's gonna make you feel nice.
Yeah, and maybe you feel nice about it, and then you have to confront yourself. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. In that way, that's worrying.
Yeah. Yeah, Osama was saying that this game itself was really fun to like think about afterwards. まあ今日ねネタバレしないけど again we are not going to do any spoilers or not talking about endings, but Yeah, a little bit about, I guess, the theme. So without spoiling anything. Okay, no, ちょっと待って。Again, this is a question that I ask most developers. What do you want? Usually I ask them, what do you want the players to feel when they play your game? But I'm going to change that. I'm going to ask, what do you want the players to think when they play your game?
That's a good
Okay,
question.
I think you, while I translate this, I can, you can think about it.
Yeah.
普段私はこれ、開発者に大体聞くのが、あなたのゲームをプレイするときにプレイヤーどんな気持ちになってほしいですかっていうのを普段聞いてるんですけど、今回ね、そこはホラーで考えるとかって言ってたから、このゲームをプレイするときに、あなたたちはそのプレイヤーに何を考えてほしいですか、これネタバレなしでちょっと回答してもらいます。どんなことを考えることになるのか。Okay, who's ready? Doesn't have to be two answers. One is okay. Okay.
I raised my hand again.
Okay. 手を挙げたそうです。Okay. Yes. フランシス君。
I don't personally expect people to analyze intellectually while playing live. I have a theme in my head and I have a clear idea of what I wanted to create and then to experience. But I just some people will analyze after playing, but usually it comes after playing. Just like when you watch a movie, usually it's after you've watched a movie that you're thinking about it. So it's not necessarily while you're playing. But what you should think about, well, the game was done in a way that people could interpret and complete the game in their head. So I don't want to put words on their interpretation exactly, but it's just made in a way just abstract just enough so that they can put the words they wish to things in the game.
So it's not you want them to
There's
think
not a
something.
secret message.
Yeah, you want the players to just think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he can reflect on it and think about his life, the way he thinks. Yes, if someone is asking, is there an answer? Well, the game is not a puzzle. It's not a puzzle to understand it. Yes, there's one way I see it, but my wish is not that you guess it. It's not a puzzle. I did not create the game just as if it was a puzzle that you have to solve. I wish you to just take what you like and understand what you like to understand. If you understand it, cool, but
でフランシスさんの回答、フランシスさんのクリエイティブの方ですね。So someone saying you want players to feel, not think, right? Is the question that the comment is saying. What do you think?
Yes, on the first degree, yes, it's an experience. It's more, yes, feel first, and then you can think about what you felt. But yes, initially, it's an experience. So sure, it's. I wish people to feel more than think.
Thank you. Yeah, you want to say something?
No, I was just saying at first feel, then think.
OK、なるほど。どんなことを考えてほしいかというと、まずプレイ中は、まあいろいろ考察とか別にそこまでしなくても、個人的にどちらでも全然 OK ですね。でただ最初プレイ終わった後に考え始めてほしい、考え始めるだろうということを言ってますね。で考えるより最初に来るのはやっぱり感情。このゲームをプレイしてこんな気持ちになったわ。でそれについて考え始める。で結構いろんななんでしょう、あやふやな部分っていうのをめちゃくちゃ多く入れているので、あらゆること考察ははかどるってやつですね。で一応彼のテーマは今の話だとちょっとありそうなんですけど、それが答えではない。答えはない。回答っていうのは存在しないか、いろいろと考えてくださいっていうこと。That is, yeah, that's very nice. Jonathan, do you want to add anything to that, or are you okay?
Yeah, as for me, I'm agreeing with everything François is saying, but I would add that I really like just seeing people think at the end of the game, like, what have I played? Like, what is this?
うん
Why have I played this? Why does it exist? I really like this feeling of seeing people struggle to understand this thing, and it makes me happy. I like absurd stuff. I like funny stuff also. So we're making like horror game, but with really absurd and funny themes. So I really like this feeling of people just going like, "What?"
It, I totally thought that as well. By the way, when I was when I played, this was a Next Fest, right? I played the Next Fest demo. I was like, "What is
Yeah.
this?" Yes, and then I think the pre-demo, because I wanted to introduce the people. There's this crazy weird game. People know about this. I don't want to be the only one feeling disgusted. So I want yes,
You
and
share.
then, you share. Yes, share happiness and disgustness. で、このゲームをプレイした後にやっぱりなんじゃこりゃって思ってほしいっていうのもあると。このゲームプレイした後にうわ何これっていう気持ち気持ちっていうか疑問はてなはてなはてなっていうのをいろいろ考えてほしいっていうのを言ってますね。やっぱそれを見るのが好きであると。なんていうものをプレイしたんだ。何注文をプレイさせたんやっていうまさに山岡さんですね彼は。これの作りでそれぞれの増殖をホラー化するっていう。あーなるほどね。多分それいいのかもしれないね。Okay, now it's nearly end. So there was a question that I wanted to ask. So this game came out, recently, October last year. So I guess you're going to work on it a bit more, maybe take away some bugs, glitches, and whatnot. From now, the future. Okay, there was a question. Someone saying, if right, you make a new game, will you make the protagonist an insect again? Is mantis fly?
It's not mandatory.
So it's coincidence that it's a fly that's an insect.
Because it's similar themes and similar experience, so it's not complete by chance, completely just by chance, but not complete coincidence, but we did not have in head that we will only control bugs in all of our games. It wasn't our initial plan.
We do like putting animals in general, though. We don't have a lot of humans even in our first prototypes. In our first game, we controlled a bike made of flesh that needed like lotion to keep hydrated. So we're just thinking about weird characters in general and anthropomorphizing stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, Cronenbergs.
Yeah, François does really like Cronenberg, so yeah.
That's a great comment. If you take away the bug, then how will it be about fly? True. You're fixing bugs and insects of bugs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a good one.
So I have to do a bad job at programming to make this game.
Yeah. たまたまでもないけど、虫となるとは限らない。次回作ですね。これ次回作作るとしたら、また虫が主人公になりますか？そうでもないけどっていうね。で、他のゲームプロトタイプの最初のやつ作った時に人間よりもやっぱり動物なんか生き物の方が好きって言ってるんですよね。で、前もなんかね、なんか変な肉塊ね。肉塊がなんかローションでこう動き回るというキャラクターを作ったそうです。だからちょっとそういう風に人間じゃないもの、生き物、変な生物が好きらしいですね。っていう回答いただきました。Okay. Okay. Man, it's already 2 hours. もう2時間経ちました。That's 早いな。Okay. Is there anything that you wanted to say but you haven't said? Did you miss anything?
That's a good question. Enjoy weird games and play something new whenever you get the chance.
変なゲームガンガンプレイしようぜ。 新しいゲーム見つけたら楽しんでいこうぜっていうことです。Alright, and? Francis?
Yeah, I hope the Hungry Fly will be worth your time
Yeah.
if you ever have the chance to get your hands on it.
Yeah, it's a very personal game based on our lives and emotions at the time. Just as Repairing Mantis was about chasing our dream of a bit being developers, so Hungry Fly is a bit like that. It's based on our feelings. So I hope it can make people feel a bit more like what we thought about and felt at the time. So yeah.
このハングリーフライ、ね、今リンク貼りましたよ。ね、Link is there, Link is there, yes, on Steam. Check it out, definitely check it out. このハングリーフライをプレイした暁には、あなたの時間のね、まあ、ちゃんとその元が取れたらいいなと思うとります。とのことです。Remember, it's a short game, but it's prods your heart and brain and eyes. Okay? All right? So, that's one important thing that I always have to check. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright. OK かなはい。ということで皆さん、これにて終了となります。Okay. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you for receiving us. Thank you
No,
for
no.
reaching out to us.